everyone. I'm not actually sure if we have anyone in chat just yet, but stream is live, so I'm sure people will be turning up pretty soon. I'm CalamarCat as usual. My commentator tonight is Ace.
Yep, that's me. I'm Ace. Hello.
Great introduction.
I mean, what else would I say?
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Alright, so we have tonight... Hey, Kamacha's here, welcome! Well done on being the first person in chat. I totally just nodded at them at my webcam, despite the fact that I don't have a webcam tonight, but anyway.
Yeah, this isn't your normal cat stream.
Yep, a little bit disorientating. Oh well. Alright, so tonight we have Midnight, which is Storms, Yasuno, Jazz, GeForce, Malco, and Medical. They are a new team this season. Versus Lime Soda, Will, Gio, Yoshiko, Kate, and Jack, who are a new team, but not a new set of players.
Definitely. I believe Will and Gio were from Anemones Anonymous. Jeez, that name is still hard to pronounce.
Yep.
Yoshiko and Kate were both from Eureka, and I believe Jack comes from Squid Armada.
Yeah, so quite a few
Unfortunately, Team Captain Will XD is not allowed to, not able to play tonight. He has to do some maths homework apparently.
Oh, is that what's
Shout
happening?
out to him.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It's school before squids, right? That's how this works?
That's how it should work for responsible people.
Yes. I'm quite keen to see this. I do like Midnight's tag, I must say. I haven't seen it before, and just based on that, I'm slightly biased already. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is a pretty fancy N.
Yeah, but I really don't know what they can play. This is the weird thing about like the first week and commentating the first week is unless it's an existing team that we've already seen in the last season or other tournaments or things, it's like I don't know what I'm going to expect, what I can expect. So
Yeah, I believe Midnight did play in the seeding tournament and did pretty well. I think they went 2-1 versus Lime Soda in it actually. But
okay.
I believe unfortunately that match wasn't streamed, so not many people got to see what their strategies are.
Right, okay. So it is still a bit of a mystery tonight. That's kind of cool. I think it's a good map list as well. I was saying last night that the maps that we originally had for this week were pretty brutal. And this is a much better set for getting an idea of what what a team is capable of. So, quite keen.
I don't know, starting out with Turf War and Anchovy Games, the newest map, is a little interesting, but you know, it does test how good teams are at adapting and shows who's played it more in the past few weeks.
That is true. And hey, it wouldn't be this game without some interesting things turning up in the map list. Alright, we have 2 charges.
We've got 2 stealth jumps on Lime and 1 Ninja Squid for Midnight.
Alright, so we've got a bit of a stealth game coming in. Kate is currently doing a flank on this heavy here. Nice work, does get that splat.
Great pick. 1 jumps out, so this is going to be a good push for Lime Soda. They've got to watch the roller coming in. Oh, that's Clash actually.
But we also did have the
Interesting that
Stingray.
Midnight opted for 2 curling bomb weapons, one of them being Clash.
Oh, Gio, nice work there with the blaster. Does get 1, but goes down to the sniper.
That was a very nice snipe by Medical. Not very easy to beat a blaster in close range as sniper.
And then the snipe onto the Inkjet, jeez. Okay, Medical seems to be one to watch.
He's running a clinic right now.
Oh dear, we're gonna have a lot of awful puns tonight, aren't we?
Potentially.
Yep. This is fine.
Lime coming back in, and looks like Midnight has the lead on the tower. They've got Sniper jumping in.
Yeah, Medical
they get
once
past
again.
the checkpoint, that's pretty huge.
Yeah, they have gone down again. It is just the heavy up now. Jack's trying to
Sniper
get in.
gets flanked by the roller.
Oh boy. I'm just staying in overhead right now because there are far too many things happening right now. Jack's coming with this Inkjet.
Yeah, you don't know when someone's just gonna randomly die. Or to take someone to spectate.
Yeah, this is just constantly something happening. Alright, we do have a flank coming down closed at the moment. Interesting to see if this Clash can get... Nice, does get the splat. Alright. And...
That's 2 down on Lime Soda, and both of them were in the enemy's base, unfortunately, so they're not going to be able to stop the tower push just yet.
Yeah, and Joe's just getting a nice, almost a spawn camp there, but does decide to go back out in mid. Oh, I was about
So
to
the
say how
Clash
we
goes
glide.
down to a very skillful bomb from Jack.
Yeah, just unfortunately jumped at the wrong time and was right above that one, right when you don't want to be. Another jump out, so probably a Stingray coming in. Yep, there we go.
This match has been very volatile so far. Teams are just losing players left and right.
Yeah,
But the
definitely.
pushes have still been relatively low scoring, with the highest being only a 30-point push.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be interesting to see if we can get a bit more of a score. This is just going to play out as is. Alright. Nice spot there by Kate onto the heavy. Now going off to... Ooh.
Geo getting a nice spot on the tower, dodging the roller, still alive somehow, and he finally goes down to the Clash Blaster. KT getting a nice 1v1 on the Clash.
Yasuna's done a massive flank around. Now going after Yosh. Might, does get Geo.
Well,
Alright.
catches 2 on the jump in. Now it's just Yosh on the sniper. We'll see if she jumps out or tries to stay in.
Does
she
go
gets caught by a
down.
curling bomb. That's pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, no sooner with
Midnight
this
is
nice
not
flank here.
pushing the tower. They got a 3 down and then eventually the 4th, but haven't decided to advance objectives yet. Maybe looking for another push or another wipe before they push.
Possibly, yeah. There's,
And looks like they've got it. Geo's coming back from spawn. Not sure how he'll be able to get back in.
we've got Bubbles and a Stingray coming out, so a combination of specials. Joz is doing a flank once again.
Jack's going through the close. Let's see if he can stop the tower. He does temporarily, but no.
Not for long enough, so
Flooded
that's...
by an onslaught of missiles landing on his head.
Oh my goodness, this Clash at the moment is doing a lot of good work here. Just charging
He's
in.
finding a lot of optimal angles to avoid damage from enemy players and provide a lot of pressure himself.
Yeah, definitely. Finally goes down though to Geo. Nice work there. Geo's now flanking around, but I'm not sure he's going to be in time. That's sitting on 1. Oh boy.
Oh, that
Oh!
was close.
Well,
Good job to Midnight taking the first game pretty convincingly.
yeah, definitely. That
It
was...
seemed like after the initial trading of players for the first few minutes, once they got momentum, Midnight just took it for the victory. Like, we see the Clash getting 15 splats, that's pretty huge.
Yeah, that was very well done there. Alright.
We're moving on to Game 2, Rainmaker Wahoo World.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Do you reckon we're going to still see the charges in here for this one, or might we see them switched out?
Sniper is definitely good for Rainmaker when you're defending, since you can put out just a line of death that destroys anyone in your path, especially the Rainmaker. Alternatively, though, it's not amazing on offense, as you kind of need high ground and positional advantage to make use of it. And usually when you're pushing into the enemy base, you're at a disadvantage when it comes to that.
Yeah, definitely. This is... I mean, this map at least does have plenty of perches where a sniper could sort of hide out, but they do also make you very open, especially to an inkjet, so agreed. I'm not sure we're going to see those come back for this game.
Considering how fast Team Lime Soda locked in their weapons, though, I'd assume Yoshiko is sticking with Sniper.
Yeah, true. Alright. Well, I'm assuming we're probably going to see the same kind of mix of rollers, blasters, dualies that are pretty meta at this point in the game.
Yeah, Clash, obviously, pretty annoying to deal with its massive blast radius, but it does get countered by close range pressure, which hopefully for them, Lime Soda know to go for.
Yeah, definitely. Alright.
Alright, we're getting started.
And overlays.
Yep, good job.
Alright. Just need to rearrange my screens quickly so I can actually see everything. Alright.
Looks like the same comp from Lime Soda, and Midnight has changed it up a little. They have a sloshing machine now instead of a Clash Blaster, and I don't remember if they had an ends up last game.
I think it might have been something else, but yeah, they've definitely mix it up a little bit. Still keeping same kind of range, I think, at least, which is probably helping a lot with the strategies. Alright, that is one down on both sides at the moment. Ooh.
Advantage now for Lime Soda. They get the jump in from the roller. Now they just need to pop Rainmaker and see if they can find some offensive pressure.
Yeah. Jack's just sitting at the Rainmaker at the moment. I think waiting for that bridge to go up, perhaps. No? I wonder if he's going to pick it up. There we go. Alright, Kate's picked up the Rainmaker. There is a Stingray out now, though, which is a bit unfortunate. And
They're getting pushed towards the one on the left. That's pretty good team coordination from those two. Suction Rush in the middle manages to escape and pop the Rainmaker shield.
Yeah, nice way for Juz.
And yeah, it does eventually go down.
Yeah, at the moment the entirety of mid is just quite a dangerous place to be, so I'd be surprised if some people just try and get out, move this fight somewhere else. But then I guess this entire map is a bit of a hazard, so...
Oh yeah, definitely. And we saw there Jack was fighting in the top mid with another player from Midnight, and that let the player from Team Midnight just push the Rainmaker way below him to get the lead pretty early on.
Yeah. Still, it's only gone to 66, so they still... It's not that much of a lead on this map. Oh, and Yosh unfortunately goes down to a well-placed bomb. But, and then Geo goes down to the roller as well, so that's 3 down on Lime Soda at the moment. Midnight are going to make a push for it.
Here comes KK though. Will he get the stop in time?
No. Oh! Does go down. And push is now at 50. Nasuna goes down to Geo, Nasuna.
1-1. It's just medical. There's a jump in though. Will they catch it? Yep. That guy's not living.
They do trade out though, so that was a little bit unfortunate, but still. Yeah. Both teams are all the way back up now, so let's see what we can get. Oh, here comes the Stingray. And the rain.
That looked pretty hard to deal with. Good job to the Stingray user from Midnight. The Rainmaker's in a pretty awkward position now too, because you have to really commit to go down there and pick it up. So if Midnight just tries to keep the Rainmaker there and keeps control of the top, they should have a pretty easy time.
Yeah, they do have a couple of people down right now though, and the Rainmaker is about to set. No, Nasuna decides to grab it, and then runs right into the Jewelies. This, I don't know, doesn't manage to survive that one.
I think they went for that play to try to get the Rainmaker to stay down below rather than going back up to mid, where Lime Soda could potentially pop it themselves and get a pretty good push off of it.
Yeah.
Because you see now Yosh has to back up to get away from the bottom area because it's so volatile.
Yeah, going around the side here, there is a couple of Midnight players, so this could be very dangerous. And gets the splat.
Gets
Nicely
the splat.
done.
And that's the lead.
There. Well done. Alright, that was a good play there, actually. I think Yosh seemed to predict that the players were right below and just used that very short shot to try and get them. And then just kept moving through.
Medicals pops the Stingray though. KT's behind. He does get the kill on KT.
Nicely done. Alright.
Medical picks up the Rainmaker, so they're without Sniper this push.
Yosh just does go down in a 3v1, unfortunately. So we do have a pretty clear push through here, although Kate is just waiting for the Rainmaker.
Oh, they've sandwiched the Rainmaker.
Nice.
Beautiful team coordination there.
Yeah, that was very well done.
There's 2 Midnight players behind the Rainmaker. They seem to be popping it? No, they're leaving it almost entirely filled up purple. And it's important to note that, yeah, Midnight is behind right now. They need to get a pretty solid push. They need to push 61 points from mid to get the lead. Looks like they might get it.
Ooh.
No, Jack stops them.
Nicely done there by Jack. I was watching the sniper battle for a minute there because that was interesting to see. You don't see it as much these days, I find. But...
Yeah,
oh.
Sniper's definitely not as common as in Splatoon 1.
Yeah.
But still, good sniper players are just as dangerous as ever.
Definitely. Alright, there is a lot of splats at the moment. I'm trying to watch people, I just have to keep changing. This could be the push though. There's the lead!
Midnight gets
Oh.
the nice last second push.
Jeez.
That was beautiful. They managed to get a splat on everyone from Lime Soda right at the end. I think they trickled in a little too much.
Yeah, I think maybe went on the defense a little bit too much and went down and then weren't able to get back in time. Something just seemed odd about positioning of players on both teams in the last minute to me, but
Yeah, it was weird. You kind of had different sections of the map being used for different fights. There wasn't
yeah,
really one big team fight on either side of the map. And it seems like that went in Midnight's favor. Maybe they have some players that are pretty good at doing 1v1s. Well, maybe you have to see if Soda can use their team coordination to their advantage.
yeah, I agree. I don't know, I'm trying to get a grasp on both teams' playstyles, and at the moment it feels like they're fairly similar, which is making for a very interesting matchup.
Yeah, both of them are one of the few teams that still run snipers currently, which is interesting considering they really are sacrificing turf control by running the weapon, but at the same time you get a pretty solid Stingray weapon, and if the sniper hits their shots, it's pretty hard to deal with.
Yeah.
What we've been seeing so far has come through for both teams.
And especially with both teams having a sniper, the lack of turfing ability isn't a disadvantage for either of these teams at the moment. Like, they're completely equal on that most of the time. So, which is unusual a lot of the times. If you're playing squads or even if you're playing in a tournament and you run a sniper, that is usually something you have to account for. So, curious to see if
it seems like in the last match, Soda accounted less for that, as both the Dapple Doolies and Tetra Doolies aren't notorious for their turfing ability, while Midnight ran an NZAP, which for a while was the go-to turfing weapon.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be interesting to see what we have here, especially since it is zones on Inkblot Art Academy now. Oh, we have a heavy. Alright.
Both teams are the heavy, but Midnight also running a sniper. That's interesting. If they get control of top mid, it'll be pretty hard for Soda to push back in. Especially considering they now only have one inkjet weapon and have switched Jack onto the roller.
Yeah, it's actually... So what we have a roller and a heavy on both teams. We have a 10 attack on both teams. So the differences here are the Dapples and the Sniper. That's going to be an interesting... It's going to be interesting to see how both of those team comps go, considering how close they are.
Yeah, it'll be really important, the distinction for the Tetras and the Sniper to outperform the other weapons.
Yeah,
proving which one works better for spot zones on this map.
Alright, Yosh is now up on top with that heavy, which means Yosh is able to just control this entire mid at the moment. Midnight are sort of staying back. Oh, here we go. We've got an ink check coming out. I'm not sure if they're going to... Oh no, Yosh! That was unfortunate.
Ooh, beautiful flank by Nyasuna.
Yeah, definitely.
Jack is all alone in zone. And just to get away temporarily. He's stuck in the corner. KT comes to his aid. And he gets out of the corner. Let's see if he can get the flank kill. And he does.
Jar's now getting a couple of splats there. We've got the heavy, Midnight's heavy now on top mid, but probably, yes, does go down to Geo. Nice work there. Getting that heavy off top mid quickly was definitely an important decision.
Goes down to Medical though, who now activates the Stingray.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of this Stingray. Medical seems to be charging it very quickly. Alright.
We see Medical has a main of Special Saver, not sure about subs, but that'll definitely mean that whenever they get taken down, they still can get a Stingray back pretty quickly.
Yeah, definitely. And they just got a double as well, one onto a splashdown. So I'm starting to be a bit scared of Medical, to be honest. This is slightly terrifying.
I thought doctors were supposed to help people, not kill them.
Oh jeez.
A bubble going onto the plat of Lime Soda.
And then return bubbles from Yosh at the moment. Might be able to get... No, pops him too early to get much on the zone, but does clear up an avenue to push in, hopefully.
Yeah, it did give Jack some extra needed pressure to keep him alive. Then he goes down to Medical's Stingray.
And then Yasuma with the flank again onto the heavy, takes top mid, and then
And
the
that's
whole team just takes
3
the zone.
down.
Yeah,
We saw in
this...
the middle of that a super jump from Kate, maybe trying to avoid the Stingray from Medical. As super jumping to a teammate is a pretty effective way of dodging as you're invincible while you're in the air. But his jump does get caught on his landing by the roller. Oh, 3 down for Lime Soda.
Yeah, Gio gets a
Geo
splat. That's
doesn't
like,
do
gets
something
double.
now. He gets 2.
Does have the inkjet, but getting too close to that top mid with roller up there is going to be really bad. It's down to 8. Oh, are we going to get the zone at this point? Yes! Nice work. Alright.
Yeah, it looks like Geo's inkjet was enough to distract the roller for long enough for his other teammates to push in the other side.
Yeah, and that was a wipe, I believe. Midnight seems to be coming in from the side here. Now Suma's going for a flank once again, but Gio is waiting. Now Suma goes straight
And
past.
Medical just takes out Yosh from top mid, so Lime Soda are without their backline to support from top mid.
Kate tried for his flank there, but wasn't able to get it, so we got Juz coming with the inkjet now. Getting a bit of paint down, trying to get some splats. Might be in trouble.
Geo flanking.
Nope, no,
And
Gio
Geo goes down to Medical, it looks like.
Jeez, nicely done there. This... We don't even have the zone capped at the moment. It's just sitting there. Half. Oh, there we go. Alright, that is now in favor of Midnight.
Lime Soda has a pretty massive penalty to eat through if they want to get the lead. Especially considering they're still 24 points behind.
Yeah, that's a good 50 points they need. That's what, 40 seconds or something? And there's only 30 seconds left in the game, so they'd have to go to overtime to win this right now.
Yeah, and losing the zone in overtime immediately ends the game if you're not in the lead.
Yeah, so this would be dangerous. Yosh just went down to Medical once again. Nice snipe. That's the zone going back to green, I think?
Yeah, Jack with the roller won't be able to apply enough turf to the zone to keep it blue. He does get a kill though. Can he get a second?
He's trying to go for Medical here, but unfortunately not.
No, they lost zone too far away from the start of overtime, so they didn't get overtime.
Yeah. Alright. Well, that one was, I think, fairly close for most of it. It's just that Midnight got that one good push 3-7 at one point, and then it just kept going back and forwards. So we do have quite a few splats on, I think that was Midnight. I didn't quite see the teams in time.
Yeah, splats were definitely in favor of Midnight that game. Could have, of course, been a bunch of assists, padding out their snipe stats, but it's unlikely looking at how the game unfolded.
Yeah, definitely. Clams o'clock? Yeah, something like that, Goy. Also, hello to everyone who's come in since we said hi earlier. Thank you for joining us, even though it's, 10:30 p.m. For AEST at least.
Oh yeah, sorry Con that my voice isn't passionate enough apparently. I'm trying my best.
Yeah, I'm a little bit tired too, I'm afraid, but we get in there. I don't know. I reckon as the games go on, I'm gonna wake up a bit and we'll see to get a bit more hype in here.
Lime Soda again locking in their comp pretty early on. While Midnight is taking the time to maybe decide what weapons they want to go.
Yeah.
That might be part of the reason why they're having success here. Putting more thought into their team comps, rather than just rushing it in like it seems Lime is doing.
Well, there is always the dilemma, I guess, of do you, as a team, try to stick with similar comps for all maps and get used to playing with each other with those comps? Or do you change your comps up for each map and mode combination and play what each person's comfortable with, but then have to spend more time and effort getting used to each other? And I think that's maybe one difference we're seeing between these teams is Lime Soda are fairly comfortable with playing a very similar comp each time, but Midnight are definitely taking a bit more time to change their weapon comp up. And it is working for them. So, alright.
Yeah, we see switching up weapons has been pretty successful so far for them.
Yeah.
I think the diversity might be
Ooh.
throwing lime soda. Although we
Speaking
do see a
of,
ball point.
yeah, what is
And,
this?
uh, what is Enios doing?
Uh, okay, hang on. So we have a Slosher Deco, Ballpoint, Dapples Laveau, and Tenatech on Lime Soda, and Midnight is running a Roller Sniper, Custom Hydra, and a Forge.
A little intrigued by the custom Hydra pick.
Yeah, so am I. Although Aeneas
Seems to
did
be
just get a
working, but, I mean,
also Custom Hydra, so it could be interesting.
I mean,
Aeneas,
the main weapon when fully charged is probably one of the most dangerous weapons in the game.
yeah,
It just absolutely melts through everything it shoots at. Though the problem is getting that charge, and in a fast-paced mode like Clam Blitz, it might be hard to actually achieve that.
yeah.
Though, as I say that, Midnight getting 2 footballs in and throwing a few more clams. Here comes the Hydra. They get a push to 39 off the bat. That is pretty solid.
Yeah. Lime Soda do already have 13 clams. Oh no, they've lost a few now, unfortunately. Back down to 8. Gio's just sitting here with a bunch of clams waiting for a chance. I might
Yeah,
get it soon.
unfortunately, when Midnight were pushing, they took most of the clams that were lying around on the map. So by the time Lime Soda got back, there weren't many for them to grab.
Oh my
Gio
goodness.
does a solo push. He gets taken down, but he does throw a football in.
Yeah, we do have 2
Don't
more
know if
footballs
there'll be
coming
a
in.
follow-up.
No. One of the balls has gone down and the basket is now closed again, so that will be the end of that. Joe's doing some nice work here stopping both those balls.
Gio manages to save the purple team power clam.
Yeah, Joz is coming in for it at the moment though.
They've got the bubble blower, and there's the jump in. And they sink it.
Alright, and we've almost got rid of the penalty already. Oh, I think that...
Even though they won't be eating into their point score, they're still lowering the penalty by scoring again. Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
And then Aeneas comes
They get
in.
another sneak in from the Hydra.
Oh, okay. So we have a... It's almost to the point where we have a flanking Hydra at this point.
Yeah, being incredibly sneaky with one of the slowest weapons in the game. It's pretty admirable, actually.
Yeah, this is
I
solid.
think we had a bit of commentator's curse here, thinking the Hydra was going to do nothing and then just sneaking through and getting a bunch of points.
Yep. Oh well. Alright, we do have Nelsuna trying to do some sneaky things at the moment as well, but having some trouble at the moment. Nice work there by Jack.
Yeah, unfortunately, there was no turf in the middle for the roller to be able to maneuver around, and dualies, even without turf, can just dodge roll as much as they want and avoid all the shots.
Yeah.
Lime Soda
Oh!
got the lead though, that's a massive push.
Nicely done there. Alright. There's not many clams on the map at the moment that are easily accessible either. They are going to get a bunch in apparently.
Gio gets down to 3 points, they just need one more small clam.
And
that's
Josh gets it in. Nicely
That
done.
is it. Amazing comeback from Lime Soda.
Yeah, jeez.
That looked very bleak for a while there. Like, there was no hope, but they brought it back, they got a bunch of clams, pushed in, good job to them.
Yeah, definitely. That was... I think it was, a lot of it was the weapons they'd chosen. I mean, we were saying in the beginning it looked like they were going to stick with similar things, but I think that was more... They have a comp that they're very used to playing on that map mode, and they know exactly how to use the specials and the weapons to get something done with it. So, that was really cool
definitely.
to see.
I think, yeah, Hydra Sniper on Clam Blitz is not the best combo, as that's more of a defensive-orientated comp, but yeah, we did see it go into their disadvantage, though if they run it on Turf War, they might get some work out of it. Maybe if they switch the Hydra to a more turfing splatling like the Heavy.
Yeah, that would be, that would make a little bit more sense, especially on a turf war map.
But in general, being able to outrange someone and apply turf pressure is very strong.
Definitely.
We saw in the AUNZ Cup to go to E3, there were a lot of heavies. It was like every team had an NZAP and a heavy, because both of them were just so solid at turfing.
Yeah, like that's... There's few weapons that you'd want more, and the ones that come close to being that good at turfing all have some kind of disadvantage to them. So I would not be surprised if we see at least one heavy on this, possibly two.
I'm wondering if we're gonna see another roller from Yasuna on Midnight though. Roller, when it has turf control, it's a very good slaying weapon. But as this is turf war, you might expect more turf coming out from Lime Soda, so it might not be as effective in this environment.
Yeah, especially like a map where you have to drop down into mid most of the time, and that exposes a roller, so they aren't able to just sneak into mid and do the easy flanks like they would normally like to. So I have to see how this goes.
We do in fact have a heavy from Lime Soda, but looks like Midnight, yeah that's it, Midnight decides to switch out the Hydra for a tent attack, and Juz goes back from Forge to Enza.
Yeah. Alright, looks like Lime Soda's...
Lob Lobber.
Yeah, interesting choice there. Also, I was doing a fair bit of painting when I looked before, which... That doesn't strike me as a painting weapon, but sure. I mean,
It's not bad at it, but it's also not one of the weapons you'd think would get top of the leaderboard for turfing.
No, definitely. It is giving Medical a little bit of problems right now, and just had to sort of hide in the corner for a minute to avoid all the blubber shots. But Medical
He
is now...
does get rushed by Juz in the end. He does get taken out by Yoshiko on the heavy. Looks like Lime Soda might be getting a push here. They get 3 down. Blossom is Juz back in the Midnight base.
Yeah,
They haven't pushed quite up onto Plat yet. Gio's got the bomb rush, however. This will apply a lot of pressure, assuming he doesn't get sniped by Medical here.
Yeah, and Jack just got a nice splat with the inkjet, although he might be in trouble now.
Yasuna sneaking by everyone, still alive somehow.
Yeah, going into the base, probably going to get a bit of... Oh, no, but Heavy is noticed, so might be about to go down.
And yeah, Kate goes backwards to deal with the threat, and Yasuna eventually gets taken out.
Yeah, nice work there. Oh, nice splat by Kate there onto...
Oh, and Gio coming in from the far left side, just pressuring Midnight from behind while his 2 teammates pressure from the front.
Yeah, jeez.
Yasuna with the roller.
Neos is doing a bit of a flank at the moment into Lime Soda's base, so it's going to get some paint down. Lime Soda are all up at the moment too, so there isn't going to be a respawn coming in to deal with them. And the team is jumping into Aeneas at the moment. I think
Medical kills Gio, which is very good, especially considering his teammates are on the flank. Oh, they had a DC. The NZAP disconnected for Midnight.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm seeing a little bit of lag, and I wasn't sure if it was me or what. But they haven't stopped playing, so
I think it was late enough in the match to where they don't get a DC, a replay. I mean.
Yeah. Well, either way, this is going to be a continuation at this point. So.
Oh, Nyansuna gets nice flank on Yosh, but Roller won't be allowed to put out enough turf to get them the lead.
No, it does trade with Kate, so that's Oh, Jack, nice work with the triple double. Oh boy.
That was quite the unfortunate disconnect for Midnight.
Yeah, that's for sure. Let's see what's happening in... Nope, there's nothing in Discord, so I'm going to assume it's just going to continue.
Keisei getting a lot of turf there, and 6 kills with 4 ink storms.
Yeah, with the Blobler as well. I guess the storm does help quite a bit with that weapon. We're getting some turf down.
Definitely. But yeah, it seemed like the DC for Midnight. In the early game, it seemed like Lime Soda had the lead anyway. But that flank from that one player from Midnight could have meant a lot more if they had the extra player.
Yeah, definitely. That was unfortunate that, yeah, the DC really was at a bad time. They might have been able to take that back, but just with 3 people, it wasn't quite possible. Still, very well done to Lime Soda there with just keeping that map in their colour for so much of that game. So,
Yeah, it did seem like at a few points the roller not being able to turf as much as they would want to was a bit of a hindrance. Though comfort picks always overrule meta picks.
yeah, definitely. That's something I've been having to slowly like adjust my mindset to. Because yeah, you can play as many meta weapons as you want, but if you and your teammates aren't like comfortable playing them, it's not gonna work. So I'm just quickly checking the DC rolls so I can remember how this works. There we go.
Well, alright, time to hit you guys with some interesting facts about Lime Soda.
Oh
These
boy.
were not provided to me by Lime Soda. I found them on Google Translate. So Raimu, translated directly from Japanese, can mean either lime, which is the fruit, rime, spelled R-I-M-E, which is apparently frost formed on cold objects by the rapid freezing of water vapor. Okay, never knew that word. And then rhyme, as in correspondence of sound between words or the endings of words, specifically when these are used at the ends of lines of poetry.
Right. Why did you look up the definition of rhyme exactly?
Well, I already knew it could be lime or rhyme, but I thought there would be a third definition, and you know what there was? Rhyme.
Fair enough. Yeah. I think that was like one of the first things that happened when Will joined the server. No, not Will. What am I talking about? Yes, Will. The discussion of what on earth the katakana in their name meant. There's been quite a few of those.
You'd think for a team name they'd choose rhyme because, you know, rhyme, it makes more sense than a team called Lime. So I'm sure there's an interesting backstory behind Lime Soda.
Yeah, I am curious as to where that team name came from because there's usually there's some interesting stories behind a lot of the team names, and that one I can't guess. So the closest thing that
I
came to my
think
mind
I
was
asked
lemonade.
Kate about it. Apparently he just suggested a name because no one else was. Maybe his favorite soda is lime soda.
Oh, okay. So nothing fancy to it. That's a pity.
Also, considering they're an Australian team, I'm surprised it's not lime soft drink. Soda is an American term, thank you.
Yeah, it's a little bit confusing. My team has the best name. I don't think anyone's going to win that argument, to be fair. Everyone's going to vote for their own teams most of the time. So...
Okay,
Beef
never
on the
mind.
ring.
Swim does win. Swim's got best team name.
I don't know, Sea Cucumbers is pretty good. I'm still, like, that was almost Riptide's name, and I'm still amused at that one. So... Team bias. Come on, we're all biased here, Mesh. We know that, right? Alright, what are we playing? Tower Albacore, that's what
Power
it is.
control. Yeah. We do see another heavy and sniper duo from Midnight. Definitely makes a lot of sense on this very long-range favored map.
Yeah, and you don't need the turfing ability so much on this map. It is a lot of it water and grates and things, so if you can't turf as well, it's not quite as much of a disadvantage here.
Yeah, typically you just need to be able to paint a straight line and move left and right, and then have maybe a little bit of run speed to get over the grates.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Yoshi's on fire at the moment. That was 2 directs in a row. One of them onto Midnight Sniper as well, so nicely done there.
Oh, Yasuna catching in Jack and maybe getting Geo? No, backs off.
Oh, Geo's so low at the moment. That could be very dangerous.
Oh, KT comes in for support. And
Oof.
Messina does get Geo, though Kate does eventually end up coming out on top. He does try to flank, gets taken out by the 3 members riding tower. Looks like Geo rips through 2 of them.
Oh
Gets
boy.
taken out by Messina on the jump in though.
Yeah, Geo's trying to. Oh, nice. Does get a couple of splats there. But
With 2
these.
more jumps. Can Geo deal with it?
I'm having trouble
No, he
finding someone
can't.
to spec because everyone just keeps getting splattered. So overhead it is. All right.
When in doubt, go overhead.
Pretty much. Alright, Kate is coming in from the back here. Gets a nice little splat there. Nice work by Yosh, I think, as well, to get a couple of splats. So...
Oh, it's interesting that Albacore only has 2 checkpoints on it. And
yeah.
seems like it's already gotten 1 of the 2. Which is pretty big.
Yeah, push to 36 already is quite a push, especially with 2 minutes 50 left. So we still got quite a bit of match to go. KT's in a bit of trouble there. Yeah, does lose the 2v1, unfortunately. And Midnight
Yeah,
now
the double weapon surrounding him.
Yeah.
Yasuna doing some work in the Lime Soda base though.
Yeah, trying to get up to this Stingray at the moment, but probably won't. Yes, nice work by Geo and Jack coming in to help out there. Alright, we do have...
With a Jug while
Hey!
alive, and that's a wipe.
Yeah,
for
full
Lime
wipe
Soda.
there. Nice work. Alright, so Kate is on the tower right now. Medical's coming in from mid. Aeneas is trying to come in for a bit of a flank, but Yosh is watching. So I don't
KT
think...
activates the armor. The Stingray coming in from Medical manages to get 2. Can they get the 3rd? No, Stingray runs out.
Yeah, Nasina did try to
Yosh
get...
is on tower. Gets a very nice snipe onto
Nice.
Jug. But then Medical comes in from the side.
Oh!
Medical.
Medical, what are you doing? Alright,
I
Gia's
swear,
trying...
Medical is absolutely insane.
Yeah, this is brutal at the moment. Alright, Gio goes down, unfortunately. Jack goes down, so that's 2 down at the moment for Lime Soda. Midnight are just rolling across mid at the moment. And
Yeah,
Medical's...
Medical gets another snipe on Yoshiko.
Yeah, Medical's basically
And
their
then
frontliner
Kate.
right now. What is this? Since when do we have snipers as frontliners? Alright, Gio coming in from behind, trying to get a bit of a flank. Might be going for Medical, I think. No, just happy to get someone off the tower there. Nice work. Does get a Neos. Nice work
That's
by
3 down
Yosh.
with the roller. The roller is on the complete other side of the stage though, so Midnight will have, Lime will have enough time to push into mid and assert some dominance.
Yeah, Aeneas is coming in on the side again. This seems to be pretty common where Aeneas is taking the side and Medical's taking mid and they're pincering the tower between them. It's working quite well here.
Yeah, especially since the only weapon that can really contest the heavy on Lime Soda's team is the sniper. And typically Yosh's attention is diverted towards Medical.
Yeah.
So they're really abusing their double backliner comp in this very well. Player advantage for Lime Soda temporarily. Not going to get too much off of it as Geo goes down to Nyasuna again.
Yeah. Medical is coming in from a different angle now. It seems to be taking a very defensive position.
Probably trying to charge a Stingray. Yep, there
we
it
go.
is.
Jack with the inkjet, what, the ball? Did we have to get the Medical? Yes, does get Medical, but goes down to Nasuna, and that is... Well,
That
Midnight's
looks
the only
like
one
that's
in
the
mid.
game.
Yeah, I'd say so. Alright. Yeah, that was...
Dang, that was a amazing showing from Medical and Nyasuna that match.
Yeah, like, Medical and Aeneas just holding the same angles again and again, pincering the tower between them, and then Nasuna coming in from the side and just getting so many splats. 17 splats apparently. That was very well coordinated. I think they've practiced that. Either they've practiced that a lot or they just know their weapons and their playstyles well enough that they knew exactly how they could hold that.
Yeah, they definitely practiced for that one. You could really tell by their coordination and positioning.
Yeah.
Seems like though, if Nyasuna goes on another tear, potentially Lime Soda will have to use more resources to try to stop Nyasuna's crazy flanks.
Yeah, definitely. And that's a hard thing to do. If you start having someone who's just like watching out for the flanking roller all the time, if the roller stops flanking, you kind of end up in a 3v4 if you're not careful. So it's a hard one to deal with.
Maybe if... Yeah, this is definitely a tough one. I think having Sniper as the only backline is kind of hurting them in this case. Maybe even having a Rapid Blaster to apply a little more range pressure, but not sacrifice the frontline advantage.
Yeah, being able to get a bit closer. Well, no. Rather, being able to do some damage to the backliners on Midnight without having to get too close could definitely help right now. But then I guess if we had some different bombs or specials coming out, that could work as well. Just need something to put that pressure onto Medical and an EOS there. No,
we did see Midnight taking the last Rainmaker game pretty convincingly. It seems like last time Lime Soda wasn't able to really get the Rainmaker through a path safely. Like, they got a few kills, but then when they went left, there was always someone watching them, so they never got past them.
Yeah.
I think they needed to just, assess the threats better. Oh, Sloshing Machine coming out.
Interesting. Okay. And we have a Splash Neo as well. I'm happy. Thank you, Geo. Alright. That should be... Yes, that is the pop to Lion Soda there. Geo's coming up on Sniper. It can't... Oh, does get the splat. Nicely done. This could be a double. Yes, does get the double.
Nice defensive pressure from Geo.
Alright.
Medical, though.
Gets Medical as well.
Gets Medical as well.
And an EOS. Jeez. Alright. Geo's just wrecking them at the moment. That could be a wipe. That is a... Holy... That happened. Well...
Okay. I don't know if Midnight had a DC, but that was a little interesting.
I think Lime Soda just decided to rush right in and just ignore the range and just roll straight through them. Only 2 splats.
Yeah, getting an amazing 4 kills that fast.
Well, that's one way to do it.
And then give this man a raise.
Yeah, it just seemed like they got that early pop, and I mean, Medical was off to the far left there, and of course can only cover about half of mid in that case. And it seemed like Lime Soda just went, we're just gonna run it. And they just rolled straight through. So, very nicely done there, that's for sure. Alright, and that does mean we're on 3-4 at the moment. So...
We finally get to see splat zones on Port Maxwell.
We do indeed. And if Lime Soda managed to get this, we will go to game 9, which is Clam Blitz on Schellendorf, which is going to be interesting with all the long range we've had tonight. So I'm kind of hoping it gets to that. I want to see that. I want to see the snipers facing down on Schellendorf Clam Blitz. That would be amazing, I think.
Everyone loves the last game situation.
Oh, yes.
We'll see if Lime Soda can carry on the insane momentum they had from the... Was there even a previous game? It didn't really feel like it.
Yeah, that was... I reckon you could have got that in one clip easily. That was definitely less than 30 seconds. I didn't see the timer, but jeez. So, Luthurius, thank you very much for clipping that. I'm going to assume that was the insane match that you clipped there. Yep. Cheer says Neo Splash main from now on. Fair enough. That was... Yep. That was pretty much exactly why I love playing Neo Splash. Like, you can just...
You never do, though.
I've been doing it more and more. I'm just being a Julie's main at the moment. But being able to just get a couple of shots on someone and then just throw a burst bomb, you know, around a corner, over a wall, whatever, and get the splat, it's so nice. It really is.
Yeah, and Suction Rush is so good at applying pressure. Like, suction bombs have such big radius each, and you get to throw so many.
Oh, yeah. Alright, we are on zone support, and we have 2 gals.
We have 3 Stingrays from Lime Soda. I definitely approve of this one.
Oh, geez. KT going straight for medical there. Does go down, unfortunately. But, that was a...
3 down, just Jack. So the only non-Stingray weapon from Lime Soda, the only one to live. Maybe this is a sign.
Yeah, that was quite... Alright, we have one Stingray coming out from Medical. KT
Medical.
is trying to come inside. Gio's coming from inside. Jack at the moment here on the zone. Ah. Oh, does
Yeah,
go
it looks
down.
like KT went through the top route to try to build up a Stingray, and he doesn't. He unfortunately doesn't get any picks from it, but still provides a little bit of pressure and forces Medical to move around a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, Medical taking out Yosh's Stingray. This guy is insane.
Alright, Medical
Well,
is the only one in the zone right now. Nyasuma's jumping in. Nice inkjet there by Jack, getting Nyasuma before he can even get anything done. And the zone does trade out. Alright, that did go down to 29, which is a pretty good lead. We have a Stingray coming out. I'm going to assume that's just keeping everyone back in spawn. Although we do
This is when Lime Soda should be at their strongest. Being able to just Stingray Midnight as they try to come back into the zone.
Yeah,
There's not much you can really do against a Stingray except run or use your own Stingray.
yeah, definitely.
And 2 at once manages to get Medical.
Nice. Oh, Gio having a bit of trouble there. Nasuma's coming into the zone now. And probably get... Oh, splashdown? There we go.
Splashdown does get the kill. It's just Yosh for Lime Soda.
Yeah.
If she can keep the zone painted, they'll get lead.
Yes, they do. Wow, okay. This is... It's not trading back and forth. It's simply... Someone is getting the zone and they're keeping it for a very long time right now. Alright, the zone's very orange at the moment. We do have another Stingray out, but it's still counting down. This might be a knockout yet.
There's not enough time for Midnight to get back in. That triple Stingray comp definitely seems to come in handy when they were on the fence. It looked a little shaky at the start when they didn't have control, but once they got it back, that was just... Port Mackerel, everyone. This is a well-designed stage that everyone enjoys playing on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, goodness. I mean, even Riptide has played Triple Stingray a couple of times on that map now, so, I mean, I can't really blame anyone. I think every team has some kind of comp for it, even if it's otherwise awful comp, so,
Yeah, I was interested to see the heavy splatling for Midnight going with the Bubbles one.
Yeah.
The Stingray, even though, it's Stingray on Port Mackerel.
I guess for zones...
Sure, Bubbles are a very good special on zones, but Stingray and Port Mackerel, why would you not use it?
Mesh, thank you very much for the cheer there, 100 bits. It is finally happening. We do have a Game 9 Clan Blitz on Shallendorf with 2 snipers. I am keen for this. I want to see what happens. I'm fully expecting to see sniper battles.
It really feels like 8 after that mentally.
Yes! That's true. That was a very crazy game. But hey, I was saying before that, I was a bit tired at the start, but I was hoping this would start building and we'd get some hype up. It's definitely doing that. These teams are getting closer and closer as we go through. So, and what are we on? Because we had Midnight got the first 3, then we had 2 to Lime Soda, 1 to Midnight, and then 2 to Lime Soda. So it's not quite a reverse sweep, but it's
a little bit messy with who's won the matches, but it definitely seems like Lime Soda has had the momentum for the past few.
Yeah, definitely.
They might have adapted to the strategies of Midnight. Like, it seemed like Nyasuna wasn't really able to get behind them that much that game and put on much pressure, and unfortunately for Medical, Port Mackerel is a blessing and a curse for Sniper, as you control lanes incredibly well, but you can't shoot around corners, and there are a lot of corners.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, Clan Blitz Shellendorf. Clan Blitz was the first game that Lime Soda won before, so we do know that they've at least got 1 under their belt for this, so we'll have to see how we go. Alright, what have we got for comps? Oh, we have Dapples.
Return of Slosher Deco for KT. Definitely really good Clan's weapon because of the baller it gets. And then Neo Splash again from Gio. Looks like he's sticking to his word and maining it.
Yep. I'm happy about
we've
this.
Got the Beacon Dapples from Jack this time. Last time he was on the Dapples, he used the one with Rain and... what is it? Just miss. Yeah, that's it. Miss.
Yeah. Oh, Nelsina, nice ball there. Fortunately, there was some clams in Lime Soda's base, so Nelsina was able to get in rather sneakily with just 7 or 8. And build up a ball when they got in.
Geo has 9 clams.
Yeah, Yoshi's gonna have quite a few in a minute. He has 9 as well. Not quite able to make
Misses
the
the
ball.
clam right as it explodes.
I think Yoshi's trying to do a similar thing at the moment here. Get this sort of sneaky push in with the 9 clams. Hope that you find
With a super jump from Jack, they get the score.
Nice work there.
And that's 3 balls sunk in for Lime Soda.
Nice coordination there to get those all ready and then get them all at the same time. Very well done.
Stingray from Medical. It wasn't that effective since the members of Lime Soda jumped to their beacons. And of course, you can't hit someone when they're in the air with a Stingray. So they kind of just avoided it entirely, unfortunately invalidating it.
Yeah. Alright. Midnight did get another ball in there. That was Medical who got that one in, but did go down.
Solo push from Medical.
Yeah.
It seems like his teammates were distracted back in their base by Geo and his shenanigans.
Yep.
2 down on Midnight. Lime
Jack
should be able to make a good push out of this.
Yeah, Jack's pushed right up. But there's no
Yosh
clams
can
here.
jump in. Yep, she does.
Oh, here we go. And here's the bomb rush. Nicely done.
It,
Oh! Double for Jack with the bomb rush there. Nicely done. There's the triple.
That's a full wipe. They have enough clams if Geo goes and throws them in. Yep.
Hey!
Lime Soda takes the win over Midnight.
Jeez. Okay, well that was a bit of a turnaround there.
Yeah, Lime Soda last 3 matches definitely just ran through Midnight.
Yeah, I think they might have been a bit wary of the long range for the first few matches. Particularly, I mean, Medical was hitting shots, but that Manta game, they seem to just decide, nah, whatever, we don't care anymore. And they're just going straight through. So that was very different play in the last 3 games to what we saw earlier in the series. So well done to Lime Soda there. Well done on the win. Well done to Midnight on getting so close with that and doing so very well. They definitely had some very nice plays, some very nice strategies there. But just weren't able to hold up under the pressure, unfortunately.
Yeah, it definitely seems Lime Soda with pretty amazing adaptation to all the strategies from Midnight.
Yeah, definitely.
So it looks like Midnight's strong starts are pretty difficult to deal with.
Yeah, so once they get set up, it's...
If Lime Soda didn't get a game early and they could have just lost outright.
Chat at the moment. We didn't see as much assertive pressure from Medical's match. Looks like Lime Soda did a great job of adapting. Yeah, definitely. Medical wasn't able to do much that last match, which I think was a combination of factors, but anyway. Well done, everyone. Alright, that is the end of that match for tonight, and the end of matches for tonight in general. I meant to check what we have tomorrow night, because we do have quite a few this weekend, actually, while I remember. What were we looking at having? Oh, while I remember, also, reminder everyone who's playing in the series, if you take any clips or anything during your series matches, put them on Twitter, tag them with Oceanink Series, and Rose will be going through at some point and making some highlight videos from some of the clips in there. So if you want to see your clips featured in some of our highlights videos, please do that.
And even if you clip anything from watching the stream,
yes,
post that too. It could also get in the montage.
Definitely, that would be great as well. Lutherius, you got that clip earlier. You should throw that on Twitter, and we'll see if we can get that one in. Alright, so what do we have tomorrow? Tomorrow we have Overslept versus Sailor Vimos at 1 p.m. Team 13 versus Midnight Turfers at 7 p.m. Midnight Turfers being the pickup team that we created for the series this season, like we had Japtech and Sea Cucumbers last season. Might match Riptide versus Prismatink is at 8 p.m. tomorrow night. We have at the same time Odyssey versus Shooting Star. And then Sunday we've got so many matches. Japtok versus Calamari Damacy at 1. Karakarita versus Bro at 4. Splatbacks versus Knife and Banana at 5. Money Squad versus FC Nintendo Thailand at 7. Hellbot versus Anemones Anonymous at 8. And Haley's Comets versus MLG at 8:30. Oh boy. So
that is a lot of matches.
It really is. I mean, 37, 38 teams, whatever it is this season. We've got... Oh goodness, I'm not even going to count those. Quite a few matches every week. So we're going to sort out the streaming schedule for that as soon as possible. Get that out for everyone so you know when there'll be streams, when there'll be recordings, what else we have. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting weekend.
Yeah, the first week of the series is always the most crazy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Definitely, as we saw in this match. That was just a roller coaster of momentum and emotions.
Yeah, there's so many things you just can't predict in the first week, so it always makes it interesting. We're going to try and stream as much as we can. But, alright, I'm going to call it there. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful night. Join us tomorrow, Sunday, whenever you can. If you can, that would be great. Thank you for watching. I'm Kat. My co-commentator was Ace. Good night.
Yep, that's me.